Hello everyone, welcome back. Today we are going to be looking at lesson 41. I hope that yesterday's lesson really helped you to recognize how blessed you are and how loved you are by God and by the world. So lesson 41 is God goes with me wherever I go. And I want to just breathe into that because I think it's such an enormous and wonderful lesson. I think it's so full of what we're always looking for. We're always looking for peace. We're always looking for love. And to me, God really is that voice that speaks love, that reminds us of who we are. And there is that part of us that is God. Sometimes that's a little bit hard to take and hard to believe in. Again, religious backgrounds sometimes get in the way, but I'm asking you to be a little more open and just open yourself up and soften into the idea and allow it to be welcomed into you, and perhaps something will come of that. So, Lesson 41, God goes with me wherever I go. Today's idea will eventually overcome completely the sense of loneliness and abandonment all the separated ones experience. Depression is an inevitable consequence of separation. So are anxiety, worry, a deep sense of helplessness, misery, suffering, and intense fear of loss. The separated ones have invented many cures for what they believe to be the ills of the world. But the one thing they do not do is to question the reality of the problem. Yes, its effects cannot be cured. I'll start over. Yes, its effects cannot be cured because the problem is not real. And there's no problem there either. The idea for today has the power to end all this foolishness forever. And foolishness it is, despite the serious and tragic forms it may take. Deep within you is everything that is perfect, ready to radiate through you and out into the world. It will cure all sorrow and pain and fear and loss because it will heal the mind that thought these things were real and suffer out of its allegiance to them. So the suffering does not exist any deeper than in the mind, and the atonement, which is the undoing, which is retraining the mind, which is teaching us how to look at it in a different way, that is where the healing happens. That is where the cure lies. You can never be deprived of your perfect holiness because its source goes with you wherever you go. So this is saying that that loving presence that lives within you is always with you. It's always wherever you go. You know that saying, wherever I go, there I am? That's exactly it. Wherever I go, my loving presence is there with me. You can never suffer because the source of all joy goes with you wherever you go. You can never be alone because the source of all life goes with you wherever you go. Nothing can destroy your peace of mind because God goes with you wherever you go. We understand that you do not believe all this. How could you when the truth is hidden deep within, under a heavy cloud of insane thoughts, dense and obscuring, yet representing all you see? Today we will make our first real attempt to get past this dark and heavy cloud and to go through it to the light beyond. So walking through that cloud and recognizing that even as you enter into the cloud, everything, it all sort of seems to dissipate and disappear, and you see with clarity what's before you. There will be only one long practice period today in the morning. As soon as you get up, if possible, sit quietly for some 3 to 5 minutes with your eyes closed. At the beginning of the practice period, repeat today's idea very slowly. Then make no effort to think of anything. Try instead to get a sense of turning inward, past all the idle thoughts of the world. Try to enter very deeply into your own mind, keeping it clear of any thoughts that might divert your attention. So really stay focused on the inner world and try to let go of the outer world. From time to time, you may repeat the idea if you find it helpful, But most of all, try to sink down and inward, away from the world and all the foolish thoughts of the world. You are trying to reach past all these things. You are trying to leave appearances and approach reality. You are trying to leave appearances and approach reality. It is quite possible to reach God. In fact, it is very easy because it is the most natural thing in the world. You might even say it is the only thing in the world. The way will open if you believe that it is possible. This exercise can bring very startling results even the first time it is attempted, and sooner or later it is always successful. We will go into more detail about this kind of practice as we go along, but it will never fail completely, and instant success is possible. Throughout the day, use today's idea often, repeating it very slowly, preferably with eyes closed. Think of what you are saying, what the words mean. Concentrate on the holiness that they imply about you, on the unfailing companionship that is yours, on the complete protection that surrounds you. You can indeed afford to laugh at fear thoughts, remembering that God goes with you wherever you go. God goes with me wherever I go. So I'd like you to just have faith and a little bit of trust, even if you don't get it, even if your mind is struggling to understand, is having a hard time finding the peace, is getting distracted and pulling you away from looking within. Trust, have faith, and don't worry about understanding. Just set the intention that you want to see God, that you want to look within, you want to get in touch with that loving presence that is living, is a living thing inside you. And that's all you need to do. You know, we don't have to know everything. That's one of my sort of struggles in life is that I feel like I need to know everything and I have to understand everything and everything must be explained. And you never want to watch a movie with me because I'm, when I watch a movie at home, I'm constantly asking questions and not ever really expecting an answer, but, really get caught up in the whole why and where, and that's very ego-driven. So that would be a really good exercise, is to sit and watch a movie and just get absorbed in the movie and let all the distractions and all the thoughts about what's happening and how awful or how good it might be, and just be in the experience. It's kind of what we're doing, is to go in and watch that inner movie, to really be in touch with it, to embrace it, to engage in it, and to leave all other distractions aside. So good luck with that, and we'll see you next time for lesson 42. Bye for now.